MLB playoffs are set and the quest for the World Series begins now. So today, we are going to be hitting one home run with every single MLB playoff team in MLB The Show. So we are starting this with the best team in baseball, and that is the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers are so good. Their lineup is so good. Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Trey Turner, Justin Turner, just to name a few of these guys. Their pitching staff is ridiculous as well. So I don't see a reason why this team wouldn't make the World Series. I mean, there are some really good teams in the National League, though. You're going to have the New York Mets. You're going to have the Atlanta Braves, but Trey Turner is going to go yard on a perfect shot off of Yu Darvish. I don't know how the Dodgers are going to make it to the World Series. They are my pick to win the World Series. I'm a Yankees fan, but I have to say the Dodgers are most likely going to win the World Series. At the time recording this video, 110 wins, and the season isn't even over yet. Now we switch to the Padres up against Clayton Kershaw here, and the Padres going to get one of the wild card spots. They're definitely a solid team. Maybe they can make a run. You have a guy like Juan Soto. You have Machado in a 3-game series in the wild card round. Anything is possible, honestly. You need to win 2 out of 3 games. So I can see this team possibly making it to the second round, making it to the divisional series, but we'll have to see. Let's see what we can do with Juan Soto here up against Kershaw. If this team had Tatis, they have a bigger chance, obviously, to make it to the next round. But with Soto, Machado, and Drury, those are 3 really good bats in their lineup. And Juan Soto with a base hit to make it first and second, no outs. Make it a 3-run shot, Machado. A 3-run shot for Manny Machado. Kershaw left that one right over the plate, and Machado makes no mistake about it. Let's see that shot. That was absolutely crushed. A perfect. Kershaw deals, and Machado sends that one. How far was that? Let's see. They're going to show me. There we go. 438 feet, 109 off the bat. Now we have the Braves and the Mets choke the NL East, man. I thought it was their division the entire year, but then they get swept by the Braves in the final series between the two. They lose all 3 games. Scherzer, DeGrom, both on the mound. Lose both of those games. Losing Sunday Night Baseball. Now, I am recording this with a couple games left in the season, but I think the Mets would have to win all 3 games in their next series, and I think the Braves would have to lose all 3 games in their next series for the Mets to win the division. So if that winds up happening, that would be ridiculous for the Braves. That would be bad for the Braves, and very lucky for the Mets, because they could have had this division a long time ago, but the Braves wound up coming back. They wound up taking the division. They sweep them in their final series of the season. Can we hit a home run here with McNeil? Doesn't look like it. Let's see if we can do it with Alonso. So now I think the Mets are going to have to face the Cardinals in round 1, and then if they win that, they're going to have to face the Dodgers. So their road to the NLCS just became a lot more difficult, but they still have a really good lineup. They still have DeGrom. They still have Scherzer, so it definitely is possible for the Mets to make it to the NLCS, get past the Dodgers, but it is going to be very difficult because, as I said, the Dodgers are my pick to make it to the World Series this year. How far was that for Alonso? Ball was crushed. 444, 109 off the bat. Let's go ahead and now switch things over to the other team here, and that is the Braves, who had an amazing second half. We thought the NL East was the Mets for the majority of the year, but their lineup is just too good. Acuna, Olsen, Dansby, Austin Riley. Great lineup for these Atlanta Braves. Their pitching staff, again, really solid. They are poised for another deep playoff run. They can definitely repeat. They have a chance if their team keeps playing the way they've been playing over the last few weeks and months. I could definitely see the Braves winding up winning the World Series. But the Dodgers are my pick. I'm sticking with that. But these Braves, the Mets, are 2 very good teams, so it would not surprise me if one of them are able to knock off the Los Angeles Dodgers in the National League and move on to the World Series. And I would say the Astros are the toughest team in the AL. Obviously, they have the best record. The Yankees as well. But I would say the Astros are the toughest team in the American League. But if you can get past the Dodgers in the NL, you're probably going to win the World Series. That one goes 436 from Austin Riley. Now let's talk Yankees, and then we're going to do the Astros right after. I do not want to play the Astros. Obviously, if we want to make it to the World Series, though, we're going to have to play the Astros at some point. But they are a matchup nightmare for us. Their righty pitching is ridiculously good. They have really good pitching, and their offense obviously really good as well. The Yankees, though, we can beat anybody, any given series, but we have to play at our best. If we want to go ahead and beat this Astros team, they're going to have home field advantage. We usually struggle against the Astros in the playoffs. We haven't beat them in a series since, I think, they joined the American League 2017 ALCS, the ALCS a couple years ago. We just can't beat them in the playoffs. Hopefully this year is different, though. I want to beat the Astros. I do not like the Astros, but we will have to see what happens. They are a very good baseball team. Real quick, everyone, before we get back into the video, if you're enjoying the content you are seeing, make sure to subscribe. Only 6% of the people watching this video right now are actually subscribed to the channel, but let's get back into the video. Now we move on to the Astros. Again, the best record in the American League. These guys are good every single year. It just proves, though, even though I don't really like them too much, as that's a ridiculous play in center field, is that even though they might have cheated in 2017, they're still a very good baseball team. They could have won the World Series maybe even without cheating, and we don't know, and we'll never know exactly how much they actually did cheat in the World Series that year. I know we're all going to say it forever that it is tainted, and I'll agree with that because there was cheating involved throughout the entire season, but they're still a very good baseball team. They've made it to the World Series a number of times after the cheating scandal, and they have a really good chance to do it once again this year. Let's see if we hit a home run with Yordan Alvarez, and I definitely expected to hit a home run with Yordan Alvarez off of Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole's going to have to pitch excellent for the Yankees in the postseason if we want a chance to make it to the World Series. But Yordan Alvarez is just ridiculously good as a left-handed hitter for this Astros lineup. We will see. Over 100 wins again for this Astros team, the favorite right now in the American League. Obviously, I'm going Yankees in the AL because I'm a Yankees fan, but wouldn't surprise if the Astros made the World Series. Now we're going to talk Cardinals and Guardians, two middle-of-the-pack teams, not the best teams in their league, in the American and National League, but they both won divisions, the AL Central and the National League Central. So we have the Cardinals coming out of the NL Central. They're going to get the winner of that Mets series. They're probably going to wind up playing the Mets in the second round, but they have a really good story. Obviously, in Albert Pujols, Yadier Molina, Adam Wainwright, all in their last year. Can they make a playoff run? Then you're going to have guys like Goldschmidt, who is a favorite for the MVP in the National League. You're going to have Nolan Arenado, Tommy Edman with a base hit. So this Cardinals team, you cannot take them lightly. You should not take this Cardinals team lightly in the playoffs. I don't think that they'll make it to the NLCS this year, but the Cardinals, you really don't know. They could possibly do it. I'm also not a Mets hater, so I'll probably root for the Mets because I am in New York. I will root for the Mets in a series against the Cardinals, but it would be a cool story. I'm not going to tell you it wouldn't be a cool story to see Albert, Yadier Molina, and Adam Wainwright make it back to the World Series again. That would be a really, really cool story. So I'm rooting for that a little bit as well. I'm not trying to go to third. Don't throw me out. Thank you. Albert Pujols gets 700 home runs. Can we get that over the fence? No, we can't because he has 48 power, but Albert's going to get up right now. But he's not that good against righty pitching. We'll have to see if we can hit a home run with him here. Let's go, Albert. Albert Pujols, get over the fence, baseball. Come on. Carry. That's got to go. Albert Pujols. We had 700 home runs with him in one video last week, and now we hit a home run with him here in one home run with every single playoff team in the MLB. How far did it go? How far did it go, Albert? Let's see. Left center field, 404. Now we move to the Guardians side of things. I'm not going to lie to you all. I don't know much about the Guardians this year. I haven't been following them. I haven't watched a lot of their games. Jose Ramirez, obviously a stud. Steven Kwan, I like a lot as well. But I have not been following the Guardians. I will not even lie to any of you. So I'm not really expecting much from them in the postseason. But once you get into the postseason, anything can happen. So if you're a Guardians fan, you guys have a shot. Everybody's got a shot. You just got to make it to the dance. You make it to the dance and you have a chance to make it to the World Series. You can't talk about amazing players on this Guardians team and not talk about Jose Ramirez. Their best player, Jose Ramirez, to center field. Don't think that one's getting out, but what a shot by Jose Ramirez. I did not realize their center field wall is that long either. Get in there, Jose. Don't get thrown now. There's a triple for Jose Ramirez. Who comes up next here? Josh Naylor. Okay, I like him. I like him in MLB The Show. He's got a really good swing. We did a lot of those online game MLB The Show videos where I won a game with every single MLB team. If you guys are interested in that, go check it out. Won a game with every single MLB team this year in online games. Josh Naylor was really good for me when I used the Guardians. And he delivers right there with the home run. 394, 108 miles an hour. Now we have Blue Jays and then Mariners. And the Blue Jays are sneaky. They are sneaky. Their lineup is very good. You have Manoah, you have Gausman out of the starting rotation for a 3-game series in the wild card series. Those two guys can definitely pick up some wins, can definitely get you the win in that series. Then you're going to have Vlad, you're going to have Bo Bichette, you're going to have Springer, who we just got up with, and you're going to have Vlad hitting an absolute tank. in T-Mobile Park on a perfect. They are a sneaky team. Wouldn't want to play them either. There are a lot of great teams this year. There's nobody in the playoffs this year in the MLB that I would say doesn't deserve to be there, which is crazy because they added an extra wild card spot. So I think every team deserves to be there in the playoffs this year. I think it's going to be a really good postseason as Bo Bichette might go back-to-back here with a perfect home run. I am super excited to watch these series start. The Mariners, though, are probably the story of the postseason. They haven't been in the playoffs for 21 years. They've come close a lot of years. Julio Rodriguez, I am super excited to watch them. I'll be rooting for them to make it at least past the wild card round. If they have to face my Yankees after that, I won't be rooting for the Mariners anymore after that. But I would like to see the Mariners do well in the playoffs. I would like them to at least win the wild card round. Julio Rodriguez, a young stud on this team, and I can't be happier for Mariners fans. I'm really happy for you guys. This team is really solid. Like I said, there is not many bad teams in the playoffs. If there are any bad teams in the playoffs this year, I might get doubled up because I thought that one was gone. Go back, Julio. Get in there. I really got doubled up. I got doubled up because I wasn't sure. I thought that ball was going to get down. Okay, Mitch, just hit a home run here and send us on to the next team. Let's see, Haniger. There it is. Mitch Haniger. No doubt about it. That one's gone. And let's check a replay here for Mitch Haniger. How far was the exit velo? I don't think it was hit too hard, but it was hit a long way for Mitch Haniger. How far are we talking right here? Mitch Haniger, very underrated player in this league as well. Let's see what Haniger sent that ball for. 442, 108 off the bat. It was hit harder than I thought. Now we're going to have a team in the Philadelphia Phillies. While I'm recording this video, they're actually not clinched yet for the wild card. The Brewers haven't been eliminated just yet, but it would have to be a massive collapse by this Phillies team to not make the postseason. I believe they're 2 games ahead of the Brewers right now. I'm not going to challenge this, whatever Schwarber's out. I don't think that they have a chance really to make it realistically, the Brewers. So I'm going to say the Phillies get in, but you're not going to see this if they don't get in because I'm going to have to re-record it and put the Brewers in. But there's Rhys Hoskins, and then we have the Rays as well. I would say these 2 teams are probably the worst of all the playoff teams going into the postseason right now. But like I said already so many times, the wild card series, because it's only 3 games, you can win a series in only 3 games. You don't know what's going to happen in a 3-game series. You have no idea. I did hear, though, that the wild card series is all going to be in one spot. There's not going to be any travel. Someone's got to let me know in the comments about that. I'm going to look into it after this. I heard it's only going to be in one stadium. So that's a big advantage for the favorite going into that series to have all 3 games at their home ballpark. Bryce Harper, though, I think that one was sent 420 feet about. Let's see how far Bryce Harper hit that one. Okay, I guess they're not going to show us. But that's a big advantage in the wild card round if all 3 games are at home. As for the Rays, we'll see what they can do. I don't expect too much from the Rays in the postseason this year. But the last few years, they've made the postseason. They've made some noise, so we'll see. They made the World Series a couple years ago. You do have Wander Franco. Wander Franco, did he send that one out of here? Only 47 power. That's ridiculous that that's an out. That's ridiculous. Zach Wheeler deals. Let's send this one out of here. 39 power. That's going to be a problem. That could be a problem for them in the postseason. They don't have a big power hitter. They can play small ball at the best in the Rays, but at some point you're going to have to send some balls out of the ballpark when you're playing a team like the Yankees, when you're playing a team like the Houston Astros. You're going to need some home run hitters. Randy Arozarena. Can we send this one out of here? Arozarena, 56 power at the cleanup spot. Just gets out of here. I didn't realize they had a pool in right center field. Can you go in that pool? Is that possible? When you go to the stadium, if you visit Tropicana Field, can you go in the pool over there? 426, 106 off the bat for the Rays to end this one. That's going to do it for the video, everyone. If you enjoyed it, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit that subscribe if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it. And make sure to let me know in the comments down below what city, what challenge do you want to see next. Peace.